Welcome to the FX Options Weekly Outlook, a weekly podcast series hosted by Jason Ayres, a top instructor, trader, and founder of OptionSource.net. Join Jason as he discusses the latest trends in the Forex market with a look ahead on the US dollar versus the major currencies using the most commonly used technical indicators.
Well, hi there and welcome to the ISC FX Options Weekly Outlook for July 2nd, 2012. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net. Let's start off with a look at the weekly chart of the US dollar index. This is a great way to gain perspective as to how the US dollar has been trading against a basket of currencies. Well, the dollar index failed to hold support at 82 as last week's news out of Europe moved the US dollar lower against most currencies. 81.5 is an important support level of this week, and a break below that level opens the window for a continuation lower to test support down at 80.81. A break back above 83 confirms a continuation higher. Let's take a quick look at the daily snapshot. The daily chart reflects the important support found at 81.5. A bounce here is likely to meet resistance at 83. Let's take a look at the CDD, the US versus the Canadian dollar. Well, the CDD lost considerable ground last week as well, with the 102-103 now assuming the role of resistance. A break below 101.5 opens the window for further weakness with 100-101 as the next support. Next up, the YUK, the US versus the Japanese yen. Well, the YUK spent most of last week consolidating, and a break above 81 suggests a continuation higher. 78.79 remains a key support level. Let's take a look at the US dollar versus the euro as seen here in the ISC FX Options pair value EUY. Well, after last week's drop, 79.80 becomes a key resistance level. A break below 78.5 opens the window for a drop down towards 77. Let's take a look at the BPX, the US dollar versus the British pound. 64.5 assumes the role of resistance this week. We are likely to see a test of support down at 63.5. Next up, the AUX, the US dollar versus the Australian dollar. The AUX broke below support at 98. 98.99 now assumes the role of resistance. 96.97 is the next support level to a continuation to the downside. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index lost considerable ground influenced by news out of Europe. 81.5 is an important support this week. We need to see this level hold to lend credibility to a continuation higher. The CDD pulled back to support at 101.5. A close below this level lends credibility to a continuation lower. We are open to a bounce this week after such a significant drop. The YUK spent most of last week consolidating. A break above 81 opens the window to a continuation higher. The EUI lost considerable ground last week. We need to see the 78.5 level hold. A close below 78 suggests a continuation lower. The BPX is heading lower to test 63.5 as support. A close below 63.5 opens the window for a continuation lower. The AUX is likely to test support at 98 this week. However, after such a drop, we are open to a retracement higher. And this has been your ISC FX Options Weekly Outlook for July 2nd, 2012. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net, reminding you to sign up for your free webinar at www.optionsource.net.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary, visit www.fxoptions.com. Become an OptionSource.net member. Visit www.optionsource.net. ISC FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in US dollars and have a European-style exercise.